What's up, everybody? Peter Joseph, Peter J here for another video right here on the Peter Joseph channel, youtube.com/Peter Joseph. Thank you for watching on this. It's gonna be stormy and very heavy thunderstorms here. Gonna be very bad coming up in a few minutes here in the Northeast. But anyway, pretty damn warm. Saturday evening, April the 1st, 2023. Thank you all for watching right here on the Peter Joseph channel. Once again, I'm Peter Joseph, Peter J. That guy that used to be Peter Gilmore. I killed him. But in any case, make sure you like the video. Hit that subscribe button down there. You know where. If you don't know, in my pants, known as the description mark below on this channel and my other 4 main channels, which are down there in the description box below. And as always, follow me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, share the video all over the internet, and don't forget to tap and slap that bell. Treat it like it's your bitch, or treat it like it's yourself, I guess, I don't know. But anyway, hit the bell, turn on all notifications, you don't miss a goddamn video. And if you do, well, that's just too goddamn bad for you. That's pretty much it. And if it's your first time watching, well, thank you for watching. Welcome to the party, pal! Hope you enjoy the ride. It's very evil, very dark, and very, dangerous. So you're gonna have to buckle up, grab a fucking cold one, and enjoy. And if you want more, hit that bell, subscribe to the channel, and if you want to subscribe to my other channels, you can do that too. All the links are down there. And that's pretty much it. If you want to follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you're real, if you're not, you can go blow yourself up and do something else with your life. Go do something else. That's what I really mean. Go do something else with your fucking pathetic life. And that's pretty much it. So for all the new people who have subbed, I got a few new subs here and there. Even though most of them are, fake, but, fake trolls. But, I got a couple of real ones. So to the real ones that subbed, welcome to the party, pal! I hope you enjoyed the ride. And that's pretty much it. But we're on the road to 450 subscribers. We're about 22 away. Hopefully we'll get there by the end of the year. But we'll see what happens with that. Take it slow and steady, one day at a time. Think positive, goddammit. None of that negative crap on this channel anymore. None of that negative crap. That's all done in history. Think positive, motherfuckers. Positive. And that's pretty much it. Alright. On this, like I said, it's about to be stormy, really bad here in the Northeast in the next few minutes. Here, we got a severe thunderstorm watch until 10. Hopefully I don't lose power while watching WrestleMania. But, we'll see what happens with that. Alright, so on WrestleMania Saturday, I almost said Sunday for a minute. WrestleMania Saturday, right here on the channel, I did a video before this with my reaction to what I'm going to be talking about on this video. As the title below says, it is time for your NXT Stand and Deliver. Gotta say it like the Yes Boys. You say it differently, yeah. Stand and Deliver review. All right, so Stand and Deliver happened 5.5 hours ago from the Staples Center in Los Angeles, California, and we're just about to start the kickoff show for WrestleMania Night 1, so about an hour away from the official card. So we got all that. Should be some great stuff tonight. Maybe some surprises tonight. Nick Khan did say surprises at WrestleMania. Vince is already there. Suppose. Well, yeah, he's there in his own office. Yeah, just lock him in there. Don't let him come out. Bastard. But all in all, should be a pretty damn good show. The Usos and Steenerico, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens are going to headline the show. They're going to end the show. Most likely going to end with Sami and Kevin having their WrestleMania moment, dethroning the Usos and their over 600-day reign as champs. And then, at least night 1 will go out with a bang. If you know what I mean. But we'll see what happens with night 2. That's the most important night. we have to acknowledge our good friend and the tribal chief, Roman Reigns. Because tomorrow night is probably the most important night of his life. That's pretty much it. Does he go on vacation and lose the belt or belts to that schmuck Cody? Or does he continue his long 945-day reign? As of tomorrow, it'll be 945. Does he continue that all the way to 1,000? We shall see tomorrow night. And that's that. But before we get there, we had Stand and Deliver, like I said earlier today. Let's get into it. Let's not waste any time. All right, so it was a pretty damn good show. Like I said, from the Staples Center in Los Angeles, California. And our commentary team, as always, for NXT, the man with the creepy jacket, Vic Joseph, who should be on the main roster. Yeah, let him. Yeah, if Michael Cole is retiring, how about Vic Joseph on SmackDown with Wade Barrett? I would love that. But we'll see. So anyway, Vic Joseph and the man who smokes more bowls than Thea Hale in NXT, and that's Booker T, sucker! Black Snow. We got all that. Alright, so this is basically NXT's WrestleMania. And they put on a good show tonight. Well, not tonight, but earlier today. And that's that. Alright, so we started with the kickoff show, and I missed this. I thought it was on the main show. But anyway, 6 matches on the main show. It really would have been 7, but this was on the kickoff show. So we had Schism, Joe Gacy, the grizzled young veterans, Jagger Reed and Fowler, and the in-ring debut of Ava Raine, Simone Johnson, The Rock's daughter, as they take on Chase U of Mr. Chase, Andre Chase, Duke Hudson, Thea Hale, and Tyler Bate. I don't even know he graduated, but I digress. And the winner gets control of Chase University. So it was a pretty decent match. Now I'll go through this. I got time, so WrestleMania starts at 8. But anyway, so Mr. Chase starts out with Fowler, hammers away in the corner, and then Jagger Reed comes in. Sounds like a band. Jagger Reed! Not a great band, probably a shit band, but, Savage Animal. It just rolls off the tongue. But I digress. Anyway, so Jagger Reed comes in, and then Duke Hudson tags himself in, which really didn't sit so well. I was like, hey, what the fuck you tagging? What the fuck? I didn't tell you to tag in. So anyway, Thea Hale comes in, and, stupid mixed tag team rules. Women have to face the women, men have to face the men. Stupid. They gotta change that rule. But in any case, Ava Raine comes in for her first physicality in NXT, besides the house shows, which doesn't count. But anyway. Oh, the Mets scored. All right. By the way, Met game in the top of the 8th inning, 6-2 Mets. You gotta love it. And how about those Yankees? Ha! Well, actually, it's a close game. I believe it's 5-3 Giants. So, you can't kill the Yankees. So every time you have a lead, or especially in the 7th, 8th, 9th inning, you gotta pray you have a good closer. Even if you have the best closer in the world, the Yankees can still win the goddamn game. Because they have all those steroid users on their team. Yeah, and speaking of steroid users, Giancarlo Stanton hit a home run today. Big deal! I guess him, him and Judgy Wudgy before the games, they stick that needle up their ass so they can hit home runs. Somebody's got to check those guys. I mean, really? Come on now. There's no way a guy that big, like Judgy Wudgy, can be that strong and hit 62 home runs. Come on now. I mean, come on! He's doing steroids, and you know it. But not that guys. Anyway, we move on. Alright, so Ava Raine comes in. Or maybe not, as she tags in Joe Gacy, and that brings in Mr. Chase. So, anyway, Joe Gacy knocks him down, tries his own spelling stomps, S-C-H-I-Z-M. What's that spell? Schism. Kind of doesn't sound right. But anyway, which kind of made Mr. Chase a little bit pissy. And then he takes control. Thea Hale comes back in, so Ava Raine has to come back. And Ava, with her first offense of her NXT career, powers down Thea Hale with a knockdown. Then a springboard backsplash connects, and then Fowler makes the save. I think it was by Thea Hale. But anyway. And then he comes in to face Tyler Bate. Then there's some interference, helps put Tyler in trouble. So he muscles Fowler up into a suplex. Then dives over for the hot tag to Mr. Chase. And then everybody is coming in now. Tyler Bate sent to the floor as Duke Hudson finally comes in for the save. Bate then hits the bang on Gacy, but Hudson hits a big boot on Tyler Bate. Oops. By mistake. And then the handspring lariat connects by Gacy. They're about to win the match, but Mr. Chase comes in to save the school. Damn. Then Schism takes care of everybody, but then Duke Hudson, and then Gacy offers him a Schism shirt. So Duke's like, all right, takes off his shirt, and the fan's like, uh-oh, you know he's gonna turn. Puts a Schism shirt on, but then the rest of Chase U stands up to pick up the fight, you know what I mean? Blah, 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 blah. With a big fight and everything. Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, Duke Hudson then rips off the shirt and starts fighting for real. Then we get a bunch of quadruple bop and bang on all four members of Schism. Then the stomps of Doom with, the spelling stomps of Chase U. And then Tyler Bate and Thea Hale hit stereo dives to the floor, which sets up a fratliner to finish Fowler. 1, 2, 3, Chase U still remains, and the school is saved, the university is saved. Happy day! And nobody cares. But that's pretty much it. So, a little over 11 minutes, and I gave the match 3 out of 5 stars. And that's pretty much it. And we move on with that. Alright, then we go to the main show. We start off with as always, the opening video showing most of the major matches. And then, the Yes Boys throw in some comments about what we're going to see and how important the pay-per-view is. Always good to see the Yes Boys. Who, they had these glasses that looked like they were Elton John's illegitimate children. But I digress. They're as much as I love freaking Pretty Deadly, put them on the main roster, give them the tag team belts for a year. Just don't make them a fucking nostalgia act and a freaking comedy act like FTR was before they left. Seriously. Seriously, do not do that. Make them serious, you know what I mean? Move on. Alright, so we start off the pay-per-view with a banger. This match was great. For the women's title, 6-way ladder match. I don't know why this was a ladder match, but I guess, Shawn, the Heartbreak Shawn Michaels had a plan. So anyway, we had Gigi Dolan, Lyra Valkyria, Zoe Stark, Indy Hartwell, Roxy defending her title, and my pick to win, Tiffany Hogan, brother, Bookie Hogan.
Daddy! I had to go up a ladder to get a belt! I don't get it, Daddy! I want a belt! Can I use my credit card?
Yes, you can, you darling. Pumpkin, you can use any card you want.
Okay, Daddy, thank you! Okay.
But anyway, that was that. Alright, so, we start the match with Roxy head scissoring Zoe into Tiffany in the corner. Then she starts hammering away at Lyra Valkyria. And then we get a low bridge on Zoe Stark, sends her to the floor, sets up a big dive on Indy Hartwell. Then the ladder is picked up, but a baseball slide drives it into Roxy. Ow! Gigi then tries her own ladder, but that as well gets a baseball slide into her gut as well. And then Roxy and Lyra Valkyria get back in, fight over control of a ladder. And Roxy gets crushed in the corner. They get back up, Lyra kicks Gigi in the head and then suplexes her on the, I think it was on the ladder in the corner where Roxy was. Ah, damn. She starts to go up, but that gets broken up with Indy getting to kick Zoe in the face a few times. Roxy then cuts off Indy from going up, slugs it out with Tiffany Stratton on the ladder, and then Indy shoves it over, and then they fall onto the ropes and everything. Gigi comes right back in with a ladder around the head helicopter, circa Terry Funk! Cactus, do you remember when I spun the ladder at ECW? That's right, Terry, I remember you doing that! And then I was eating Doritos at the same time. They're very tasty. I gave some to Mikey, but he didn't want it. I don't understand. Cactus, why are you eating freaking Doritos when I'm having a Mac, you fucking idiot? Okay. Calm down. Calm down. Those two guys are idiots. Crazy fucking idiots. But I digress. But in any case, where was I? Yeah, so Gigi spins the ladder around like Terry Funk. Then sends Lyra Valkyria onto a ladder in the corner. Ow. Then we get the big ladder is brought in. And Roxy avoiding a ladder being thrown at her face. She goes up. Tiffany is there to cut her off. And then both of them get knocked off the ladder. Indy is back with a spine buster on the ladder to Tiffany Stratton. Ow! I mean, it was sick. And then she gets knocked out by Zoe. Then another ladder is bridged between the big ladder and the corner. Roxy gets to make the save. And then she hurricanrana's Tiffany to the floor. She goes up, but Gigi makes the save. And then Gigi starts swinging her into the ladder a few times. Yee. And it sets up the, Vic Joseph called it a crucifix bomb, but it wasn't even a crucifix bomb. It was a domino stretch bomb. Anyway, Lyra gets tied in the ladder with her legs, so Gigi has a free shot to the belt, but Lyra pulls herself out of it, and then they start fighting on top ladder. They start fighting on the ladder. Gigi sends Lyra crashing down. I mean, she like whoosh, threw it off like New Jack threw Vic Grimes off the scaffold back in XPW. Oh. Anyway. So she throws her off. Gigi's about to win the belt, but then the camera cut away for a second. Then it comes back. We see somebody on the ladder, and we're like, "Who the fuck is that?" And it throws Gigi off the ladder onto the turnbuckle, and then we see it's JC Jane knocking her off onto the bridge ladder. Ow! And then referees have to get her out. I thought that was kind of weird, so that feud's gonna continue on. Tiffany then pops up the ladder, which gets pushed over by Indy, which leaves Tiffany to basically swanton to the floor. Ow! She hit hard, and landed on like the other three people. While back inside, Indy basically has the match won if she just goes up the ladder, but she's like grabbing at her ribs and she can't, she tries to get up the ladder and she stops, goes back down the ladder. He's like, "Oh, my ribs!" So eventually she starts to climb, but then we see Dexter Lumis pop up right underneath her legs. And he's like, "I'll help you up." So he helps Indy up the ladder, basically up the ladder, and Indy unhooks the belt. Holy shit moment. She wins the title 17 minutes, and like I said, I did my reaction to that video ago, so check that out. I was in shock. I'm like, what? I'm surprised they went with Indy in there. Surprised. All the trials and tribulations she went through with the way and not winning so much and didn't think she had it in her anymore. She's like, she was about to give up. And then finally she found the man of her dreams in Dexter Lumis and everything. Index was hot back in NXT. Then they split him up when Dexter went to the main roster. Sad little, thing where he left, the whole thing with the Miz, getting arrested and shit. And it's like, bye-bye. But now, Dexter helped his wife win the big one, win the belt. And boy, he's probably having good, hard, rough monkey sex right now. I don't know. But in any case, so long time coming for Indy. The fans went nuts. But, I mean, I don't think she needed the title to just reunite Index for the third time. And the Mets won. The Mets win! There you go, baby. 2-1 on the season. There you go, baby. Clutch hitting from Navarez. Can of Corn hit a home run. Gotta love it. You gotta love it. So, the Mets win! Alright. And then they play tomorrow night. Not tomorrow night. Tomorrow afternoon at 4 p.m. I think so. I think it's 1 p.m. tomorrow. I think it's 1 or 4 p.m. Game 4 of that series. Cody Seager making his Met debut. Gotta be exciting. We shall see what happens with that. But anyway, back to Indy. I didn't think, I swear to God, I did not even fathom she was going to get the title. I was thinking Tiffany would win it. I had Tiffany winning the whole time. I guess I was wrong. So I can afford to be wrong once in a while, but it is what it is. But in any case, Indy wins. Great moment. Holy shit moment. And hopefully she doesn't, lose it on Tuesday. Hopefully she doesn't, I would say, maybe a month or two reign. A couple months reign. That'd be nice. Before she should go to the main roster. We were all thinking that she was going to, this would be her final match and then go to the main roster, but I guess not. But in any case, damn good match. I gave it 3.25 out of 5 stars. And that's pretty much it. And we move on. Not 2. All right, you move on. All right, match number 2 for the NXT Men's Tag Team titles. We are the champs Gallus of Wolfgang and Mark Coffey taking on the Creed brothers, Julius and Brutus. And also taking on, gotta bring him in. Hey, my son, my cousin, get in here, my cousin. Hey, how you doing, my cousin? How you doing? My cousin, ladies and gentlemen, Tony D'Angelo, who gets you a chicken Parmesan hero for $2. He does. Trust me. Anyway, he's with Channing Lorenzo Stacks. So we see a video from Gallus in the pub, in the bar. They're agreeing not to drink, to be ready. Obviously, you can't drink because you'll be woohoo. But it is what it is. All right, so it's a pretty decent match here. So it starts with Julius, Tony D, and Mark Coffey. Julius gets going really fast and furious. Then off to Stacks, who gets small packages and then slammed down. And then all the teams in the ring. The Creeds take over on the floor as we see Daniel Cormier, the UFC Hall of Famer, approved from the crowd. Very nice, Daniel Cormier. Very nice. All right, we get back in. Mark Coffey needs Brutus down and decks Tony D, which allows Wolfgang to get the tag, and him and Tony then slug it out. And so Brutus hands it back to Julius for a bunch of suplexes into a whole bunch of nip-ups. I mean, really? That was cool, but, But in any case, Stacks comes right back in and runs people over, and then he gets sent to the apron. And then Mark Coffey sends him, puts him on his shoulders, so Julius lifts both of them, holy crap, onto his shoulders for a double electric chair. Even though they had to hold the ropes, which would have been less, I understand, balance and everything, but still. Anyway, Brutus comes off the top rope with the Brutus ball and completely missed. So that was botch of the night, botch of the day. And then Vic kind of he knew that he boxed, and Vic's like, oh, he didn't get all of it, but it was effective. So everybody's down on the floor, they get back in. Tony D clothesline Wolfgang to the floor. We get a double spine buster by the Italian family, dropping Mark. Go for the cover, Stacks gets a near fall. And then Joe Coffey, Mark's brother, returns after, that suspension with the whole team. I was surprised they didn't bring Joe Coffey back. Maybe he was injured, during the suspension. I don't know. But anyway, Joe Coffey returns to make the save. And then Gallus hits the fireman's carry flapjack big boot combo. 1, 2, 3 to retain the goddamn titles. I was really hoping Tony D and Stacks would get the win. Damn. And that's all I got to say about that. So, pretty quick match, a little over 8 minutes. I thought it was going to go a little bit longer. But still, Gallus, still your NXT Tag Team Champions. And a match I gave 3 out of 5 stars. And that's it. Alright, then we see the Yes Boys outside Braun Breaker's dressing room. They want to interview him. But decide to give him his space. Smart young lads. Let me move on with that. Alright, then we get a recap of the North American title match where Wesley will face 5 other men. And he wants to be the best he can be. So he requested 4 other challengers, cut down from 10. Because everybody wanted to face him. And then Wes got to pick his opponents. Or kind of picked his opponents, but in any case. So we get that. And then that leads to match number 3. Fatal 5-way for the North American Championship. This was a pretty good match as well. We had Wesley defending against Dragon Lee making his NXT in-ring debut. That creepy bastard JD McDonough, A-Kid, Axiom, and the Russian Dragon, Ilya Dragunov. We get that. Alright, 1 fall to a finish, where it should have been elimination rules, but it's me. Anyway, so it's also with JD and Ilya going outside to start, because their feud is far from over. Wesley sends Dragon Lee out to the floor as well. Then he takes A-Kid down, but then JD McDonough and Dragunov come right back in with some rapid-fire chops of doom. And then Dragon Lee breaks that up, takes them both down in the corner for some running drop kicks. That was pretty nice. Then we kind of slow down a little bit. We got Dragon Lee and A-Kid. That was pretty damn nice. So he knocks him to the outside for a big running flippy dibbity doo. And he went all the way into the audience. Somebody's been watching Davey Richards' tapes. Remember when Davey used to do that back in Ring of Honor? If you had ringside seats, you better have insurance. Thankfully, I wasn't around. I wasn't sitting around that area. At least if it was Davey, I would have had a chance to survive. Unlike Michael Elgin, back at Final Battle 2012, still owes me a Coke. Bastard. You're lucky, you're very lucky, Michael Elgin, that barricade was there, because you would have been in me and Rose's lap. That's not a good thing. I had to protect my girl, Come on now. Even before when I was not retired by then, because I retired in 2020, so, I would have took one for the team. I always did, a couple weeks ago when Osito almost came into my lap. Not once, but twice. Got God for the barricade. Once again. I mean, what is it? What is up with these wrestlers trying to hurt me? God damn it! Stop! I'm retired. I didn't do anything to you. I just don't like some of you. Respect you, but some of them I don't like. I digress. But it's all for the fun of the show. But anyway, we move on with that. Wesley comes back in to strike away at Dragon Lee, which does a basement dropkick to the back of the head. Ow. And then Ilya Dragunov comes in, goes after Wesley, sends him straight into the corner. JD McDonough comes back in, takes over, and then Wesley knocks him to the apron. And then we get a moonsault onto Dragunov and A-Kid on the floor. Pretty damn nice. And we go back in. We got devil inside. Every single one of us is devil inside. Hits Wes, but Dragunov grabs the referee's arm at 2, saving the match. And then everybody but Wesley goes after JD McDonough because he's a creepy bastard. Takes him out. And then all 5 men are down. That's the crowd is starting to get into it. Most of them then get back up. And then Dragunov gets to clean house, including the Constantine Special, which is a 619 into a clothesline. Interesting combo to A-Kid. And then he starts firing up, and he burst a blood vessel on his head. He starts bleeding from his forehead. So we got blood, motherfuckers. Oh yeah. So he then clotheslines Wesley, and then he hits Death Valley drivers onto him and Dragon Lee in the corner. So he is fired up, the angry Russian. So anyway, A-Kid gets back up, sends Dragunov outside for a moonsault onto him and JD McDonough. And then Dragon Lee ties Wesley's knee singular, up in the ropes, hits a big top rope double stomp to take him out. Ow, that hurt. Go back in, Axiom beats up Dragunov and JD McDonough when then Dragon Lee makes the save. Dragunov then powerbombs A-Kid onto the other two men and covers all three men and almost won the belt. That would have been interesting. With Wesley diving in just barely for the save. A-Kid then kicks Wesley out of mid-air when he was about to do the cardiac kick. That was nice. Dragunov then blasts Dragon Lee with a knee strike. That's a long match. Almost 20-minute match. 1919. Good year. But I digress. Wesley makes a save, hits a moonsault on Dragunov for a near fall of his own. And then JD comes back with a rock bottom on A-Kid onto Dragon Lee for a near fall. Axiom manages a springboard moonsault DDT, drops JD for another near fall. And with JD McDonough on the apron, A-Kid hurricanes him onto Wesley, but Dragunov superflexes A-Kid from the apron to the ring. Nice. For a very near fall as Wesley barely made the save. Dragunov gets caught between Dragon Lee and Wesley, no relation. Manages to kick his way out of trouble. And then he hits the torpedo on Dragon Lee. He's about to win the belt, but Wesley and basically everybody saved the match. And then Wesley gets up, hits the cardiac kick on Dragunov at the same time that I think Ilya hit the wait, it looked like he hit both men. I think he hit Dragon Lee and Dragunov at the same time with a cardiac kick. So maybe a double cardiac kick. But anyway, 1, 2, 3. Wesley retains the North American title. Pretty decent match. Gave it 3.25 out of 5 stars. And that's it. So as much as I wanted A-Kid to get the belt, I knew they were gonna let Wesley retain. That's it. Pretty good match. And that's pretty much it. All right, we move on with the Yes Boys. They're now outside called Melo Hayes locker room. They're in different clothes, and like I said, they have the Elton John glasses on. So they can't decide which one of them to knock on the door. And then Cook Williams comes out and says, "Hey, leave my boy alone. You know, he's getting ready for his match. You know, he's ready to win the belt. Leave him alone." So Just was like, "Okay, we're out of here." That's pretty much it. So we move on with that. All right, then we get a recap of the I Did It Grayson Waller Johnny Gargano feud, which is gonna culminate in an unsanctioned hardcore match. Basically, Grayson is a disrespectful jerk. You know, attacked Johnny Gargano in front of Candice LeRae and their son Quill at their house a couple weeks ago. He wanted to face Shawn Michaels, when instead HBK's like, "Oh, you're gonna fight Johnny Gargano, who's going to fight for NXT." And then Waller made it personal, you know, with the baby stuff. And that's pretty much it. Got that. All right, so then we see a video on Johnny Gargano, in case you forgot who he was. And we move on with that. All right, so then I believe this is match number 4. Unsanctioned match, which means anything goes. So Johnny jumps him at the bell, sends him to the outside. Waller twists the knee around. Ow. So, then he goes to start yelling at Vic Joseph, calling him an idiot. They get back up. Gargano unloads on him with trash can shots to the back. And then a big trash can shot sends Waller to the floor. Then Gargano goes for a big dive. Gets caught up by a trash can shot. Trash can lid shot. And then Waller sets up a bunch of chairs at ringside. Remember that for later. Then he takes Gargano inside for a buckle bomb. Okay, Gargano gets back up, suplexes Grayson over the top onto the chairs. Ow! That hurt. Then he sets up a table, which allows Grayson to get in his own shot. Then he's in the ring. He goes for sweet chin music. It's all loaded up. The band's ready to be tuned up. But Gargano knocks him to the floor. But Grayson drives him hard into the apron to take over. But can't really follow up after that. Gargano takes too long going after the table, which allows Grayson to hit his rolling stunner as he rolled into the ring. Hit that. Got a near fall out of that. Then he slug it out. Waller takes over with some kendo stick shots. Then he goes over to Candice LeRae and Quill, who are in the audience. And that kind of pissed off Johnny Gargano, who kind of saves, kind of makes the save. And then Candice gives the baby off to, I guess, a family friend, or maybe I don't even know. I guess it was a family friend, or maybe a stooge, or I don't know who it was, Plant. I don't know. But anyway, blah blah blah. So she goes over the barricade to help out Johnny. Johnny starts fighting back. Candice jumps the barricade. Like I said, she jumped the barricade after that. Starts beating on Grayson with the kendo stick. And then we go back in. Johnny hits one final beat for a very near fall. Grayson fights back. He hits a Van Terminator. We haven't seen that in a while. Into a trash can. One of the big spots of the night. It's just a near fall. Waller's not happy with the ref. They go back to the floor. Waller puts him on the announcer's table. And then takes forever to go up top. And then Gargano pelts Grayson with the chair. And then starts hammering away at him and his back. And his back looked like chopped liver. It was all cut up. Like, ugh, it looks like hamburger meat. Yeah. Okay. Grayson manages a quick rolling stunner again for a near fall. Starts yelling at the ref. Count faster, asshole! Then Johnny hits him right in the nuts with a low blow. Then he starts unloading on him again and again and again and again over and over, like 15, 20 chair shots. And then he hits the Gargano locks in the Gargano escape, and Grayson sadly had a tap out. And under 18 and a half minutes. Match was barbaric, but Gargano gets the win. I guess now, hopefully Grayson goes to the main roster. It doesn't matter where you put him. I hope they give him the mid-card belt at least, like the IC belt or the US belt. But we'll see what happens with that. So, pretty decent match. I gave 3.25 out of 5 stars, and that's pretty much it. After the match, Index comes out for a mini way reunion minus, that guy named Austin Theory. So that's that. So that was pretty nice to end that little thing. So could we see Index on the main roster and on the way? Possibly. And that's pretty much it. Damn, it's getting dark, but it's gonna be stormy in a little bit. The temperature went way down. It was 68 degrees today. It felt like 75, but geez, now it's 60 degrees. It's gonna go way down to like 40 something degrees tonight. By tomorrow morning, it's gonna be like 42 degrees, and it's gonna be 52 tomorrow. So from 68 today, 52 tomorrow, and then back up to 70 by Thursday. No wonder I feel sick. But I digress on that. And we'll move on. All right, we're half hour away from WrestleMania, so I gotta get this done. I'm almost done. But in any case, we got that. All right, then we go to the locker room where Stax is pissed that he had to take the pin in the tag team title match. He's all pissed off about taking a pin. Tony D says, "Hey, my paisan, hey, it's okay. We fight another day. Let's go out and have some lunch at get some chicken parmesan heroes. You know what I mean? That's okay, paisan." And then Pretty Deadly come in and starts mocking him, like, "Oh, you lost, yes, boys." Woo. And then a big fight breaks out. And the referees have to come in and stop it. But in any case, that might lead to something, a feud between both teams. Should be good. We'll see what happens with that. Let me move on. All right, match number 5 for the women's tag team belts. We had the lovely Kiana James and Fallon, don't call me Dawn Henley, defending against the Witches of NXT, Isla Dawn and Alba Fire. We had Briggs and the resident. Well, he's still a virgin, but got the first base at least. Briggs and Jensen at ringside. So we got a big brawl on the floor to start. As then we go inside. Alba Fire trips Fallon Henley from the floor. So the Witches take over. Alba Fire hits a super kick for a near fall. Fallon manages a knockdown, and then Kiana James comes in to clean house. We get a belly to back suplex for a near fall on Alba Fire. Fallon Henley comes back in, but then she gets choked down by Isla Dawn in the corner. Kiana James tries to break it up, which made it a little bit worse. But Fallon Henley fights out of it anyway, and we get a middle rope blockbuster for a near fall. And then all 4 women are in the ring. Kiana is sent outside, but pulls Isla Dawn out with her, at the same time. We go back in, we get a powerbomb missile dropkick combo by the champs on Alba Fire. They go for the cover, Isla Dawn makes the save. And then Alba Fire hits the good buster on Kiana James. Isla Dawn comes in for a double super kick for a near fall. And then all 4 women are down. Kiana tells Brooks Jensen to give her her purse. And Briggs like, nope, not doing it. I don't think you should win like this. Bad move. And that led to Isla Dawn and Alba Fire taking the champs down. They hit the backstabber swanton combo on Kiana James. 1, 2, 3. We have new NXT Women's Tag Team Champions in the Witches of NXT. Told you. And that's pretty much it. So Jensen, you might have got the first base, but you done fucked up. You done fucked up now, boy. You ain't getting the second base now, or even third base. You done fucked up. So now you gotta make it up to her to actually get the second base now. So, yeah, now we can hear the thunder outside. It's about to thunder like crazy here. Pretty soon, raining like cats and dogs. Hopefully, I don't lose power. Because I want to watch WrestleMania, goddammit! That's pretty much it. All right, we move on. Oh, my shoulder, sorry. All right, so the Witches of NXT get the win. Match was pretty decent. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. And that's that. So we'll see what happens with them on Tuesday. Hopefully Jensen can make it up to Kiana, and we'll see what happens with that. We still don't even know who Sebastian is yet. So that storyline's going to continue for another 5 months. Ugh. But it is what it is. That's that. All right, then we're going to recap Carmelo Hayes and Braun Breaker for the NXT belt. Braun's basically been unstoppable for the last 2 years. Carmelo has been successful against everyone else. He's put on banger after banger after banger. So this is basically a dream match. So we got that. All right, so we go to your main event of the evening for the NXT World Title. Braun Breaker against Carmelo Hayes. Pretty good match. Cook Williams comes out for Carmelo's entrance with the whole Lakers gear on. You know, Braun did the same thing with his gear, but different kind of weird, kind of cool entrance that they had, like he was coming out and a big pit bull was about to come out from the doghouse. So it looked like the Gamork from the Nothing, that evil wolf type character that almost tried to kill Atreyu, and Atreyu fucked him up. Come for me, Gamork! I'm Atreyu! What? Fucking shit! I'll kill you! But yeah, right. Anyway, we move on. Alright, so that entrance is pretty cool. So he got the love and support from the fans, wearing the Lakers gear. Big pop. Alright, so we get the big match intros. We start the match. Hayes not being able to get anywhere with his power attempt. And with that not working, Carmelo tries the speed and agility route. and tries to pick up the pace, but his springboard is knocked out of the air. Braun grabs a front face lock, lifts Carmelo up in a nice display of power. Carmelo sends him into the corner for a break, stomps away at him, sets up a springboard clothesline for a near fall. Then he locks in a Fujiwara armbar to keep the champ down until he powers him up to get back up. Then a shoulder block gives Braun a near fall. He tries for a torture rack, and then Trick Williams has to pull Carmelo to safety. That led to Carmelo. Trick Williams said, "You are out of here." The referee kicked him out. Carmelo pulls Braun into a crossface, but doesn't really last long as Braun gets up and hits the spear into the referee. Oops, ref bump. Then he locks in the Steiner recliner, but there's no referee as Carmelo is tapping. Can't win without the ref looking. Trick comes back in with a belt shot. Then he kind of wakes up the ref, and the referee, we got a 2.999999999999995 near fall. Breaker gets up, tries for the Gorilla Press Slam, but Carmelo switches into a Code Breaker to stun the champ, and then he goes up top, hits nothing but the goddamn bottom of the net, goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3. We have a new NXT World Champion in Carmelo Hayes, Christian Casanova, whatever the hell you want to call him. But I am very happy for Christian, Carmelo, and he picks up the win, and he is now the 8 champ, the 8+++ champ. So, over 16-minute match, great match, 3.25 out of 5 stars. So Carmelo Hayes, when he shoots, he does not fucking miss. Puts on another pretty good match. And finally, the Braun Breaker saga is over. Thank the Lord for that. So we get that. So, like I said, match was, I gave 3.25 out of 5 stars. After the match, Braun gets up and knows that he lost the belt. He looks over at Trick Williams. He's like, "Yeah, this motherfucker cost me the match." Then he grabs the title from the referee, and he gives it to Carmelo in a show of respect. And then he holds up his hand in even more respect. And that's pretty much it. As we end the pay-per-view with Carmelo and Trick holding up the belt and holding up their arms, celebrating and all that shit. So that was pretty nice. I think Braun's going to go to the main roster now, and we'll see what happens with that, because he's basically done everything in NXT. So we'll see what happens with that. But the Carmelo Hayes era is now in full effect, and they put on a good match. And these two guys, I can tell you right now, and I hate to agree with JD and some of his, he had a round table. And, some of the people there I kind of agree with that said Braun Breaker and Carmelo Hayes are the future of the WWE. I think they are, with Grayson Waller and others in NXT when they come up to the main roster, when everybody else is, like, old and ancient. So it is what it is. So we'll see what happens on Tuesday with Carmelo Hayes' celebration for his title. And see who his possible first opponent might be. I would think Braun will get a rematch, most likely. And we'll see what happens with that. Carmelo will probably beat him again. And that's it. So we'll see what happens with that. So, great pay-per-view. Not the best one. It was pretty damn good. So I gave it a solid 7 out of 10 stars. Let me know what you motherfuckers thought of the show in a comment, or you can do a video reply if you wish. If you want to leave a comment, you don't have to, but it is what it is. But smash that like button to death. Smash that subscribe button down below in my pants. And that's pretty much it. And that's it. All right, everybody, we're getting ready for WrestleMania. So coming up in 25 minutes, I'm going to get out of here and go watch WrestleMania. And that'll be it. And then later on tonight, it was really third video of the day, but second live video of the day coming your way after WrestleMania goes off the air. So I'll probably be around midnight, 12:30-ish. So after WrestleMania, I might take a quick power nap and then hopefully get up and I can do this review for night 1 So we'll see what happens with that. So it should be a great WrestleMania Night 1. Lots of good matches on the card. The main event, like I said, the Usos defending the undisputed tag team belts against Dean Jericho, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn. We'll see what happens with that. Could be a great ending. And then putting a dent in the Bloodline storyline, and Roman has to do all the work again tomorrow, and we'll also have to see what happens with that. So that's pretty much it. So enjoy WrestleMania Night 1, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you guys later. But for now, I'm Peter Joseph signing off. Peace out, rock on and rock hard with your coat. And if you're not down with that, just too goddamn bad. Because I got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man. That's it. See you guys later. And that's it. Until next time. Peace. And let's go Mets. Yeah. Peace. Bye.